Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Got some really exciting news really. A couple of days ago I acquired two new projects. Two very old Raleigh bicycles that were genuinely found in a barn. The two bikes were advertised as being pre-war, and I mean, I suspected one of them, this one, might be. The other one didn't look too pre-war, but it looked old. So when this arrived, I looked over the rear hub for a stamp, for a date. There wasn't a date stamp. There's just this tiny little, it looked like a backwards C, but according to the good folk of the Raleigh Roadster Facebook group, well, it turns out that the hub is a World War II hub, and what looked like a backwards C is actually an O. So Sturmey Archer hubs didn't get date stamps during wartime. They just had an O stamped on them, albeit only partially in this case. And it's an AW hub. So the AW hub told me that it was at least 1938 onwards, because that's when that model was introduced. And the white tail on the back of the bike, on the rear mud guard, and the black painted rims, suggested that it went through either all or at least part of World War II. So that was a good clue that it was around that time. But it turns out, based on all the serial numbers on the frame, it is from 1940. And when I consulted a copy of the 1940 Raleigh UK catalogue, it turns out to be the what's called the Ideal Safety ladies bicycle, which was a model 16 in the Raleigh range. So yes, I'm very excited, and what's even better is that it comes in almost rideable condition. Possibly someone has done a bit of work on it already. So I'll just give a quick walk around. So starting at the front of the bike, you can see it's got the original lamp brackets, the rod brakes, all work, front and rear. They engage. The rims are in pretty good shape. They've been painted, but that's period correct. The tyres are holding air. They need pumping up a bit further, but they were pumped up a few months ago apparently, and they're still holding air, although they are a bit cracked. So maybe due for replacement if I want to ride it. It's got the period Raleigh head badge, Sturmey Archer down tube shifter, which is correct for this model, or what the model appears to be. Get it to focus. Moving down the down tube, apparently there's supposed to be a clip on here just to guide this cable down closer down the down tube. You can see there's a little wheel in there, pulley wheel, that takes the cable along the chainstay. So that's missing. So the cable has been replaced. It's quite fresh, so someone someone will have done some tinkering on this. The story of this bike is this lady's father's uncle passed away about 6 or 7 years ago, and his son was clearing out you know, his barn on the farm and found these bikes. Well, I'll show you the other bike in a bit. So maybe that was when that cable was replaced. It looks quite well. If it's been stored, it's not tarnished or anything. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Now the indicator chain, if it'll focus, is quite bent. So that might just be worth replacing, keeping the original of course, but replacing it with a new one if I can. It is a AW hub, so should be fairly straightforward to find a replacement part. The shifting itself, see, that's a lovely sound. The shifting itself works, engages in middle. Oh. Engages in low. It's quite an interesting shifter, this. It's got a peg with some little cut out holes. That it just engages into. And when you want to put it into top gear, you just release it and it goes all the way back up. The cotter pin is quite badly bent, so someone has tried to replace this, remove it in the past and not succeeded, but it looks like it was a long time ago judging by the corrosion. On the other side, the cotter pin looks in good condition, and it's still got the oil filler cap, which is nice to see. And it's got rod brakes on the back. So what identifies this as an ideal safety from 1940 is the mudguard. It's called the hockey stick mudguard, whereas other ladies models in that catalogue had either a full chain case or no mudguard, and the ones that differed had a different shaped frame. So this is like the loop frame rather than having straight tubes. So that's how I identified it as a Model 16. This is a neat detail. The pegs for the pump, the original pump's long gone, on the back, clamp-ons. So they're on the back of the seat tube rather than on the down tube, as you would find on gents. There's the bottom one there. So I'm really looking forward to getting started on this. Yeah, the seat needs recovering, or might just replace it with a more, modern one. I'll see if I can find one that looks similar. I think it might be better just to leave this as is and just keep it for, like, you know, historical purposes. And then if I were to show the bike anywhere, you know, vintage shows or anything like that, you know, I can show what the original saddle is. So that is the ideal safety. Although a bit of an oxymoron considering it's got rod brakes. Well, this could do with a little bit of work to get that bell working nicely again. So, what do you think? Let me know in comments, and I'll present the other bike in another video shortly. So yes, Keiko's being a good girl. Yeah. Right. Bye for now. Where is it, Keiko? What have you found?